Have you ever imagined living in a world where the ground is made of ice and the ocean hides beneath your feet? A place where the sky is ruled by a giant, Jupiter, the king of planets, a colossus that never sets on the horizon. There, the sun is just a distant point, and life, if it exists, lives in silence, deep within an eternal sea. This is the world of Europa, one of Jupiter's most mysterious and promising moons. And today, let's imagine what it would be like to live there.
Number 1. A frozen world under Jupiter's reign. Europa is the 6th largest moon of Jupiter, and yet it's just a bit smaller than our own moon. But that's where the similarities end. Seen from space, Europa looks like a cracked glass sphere, covered in white ice and crossed by bluish veins like ancient scars. These fractures aren't just marks. They are open wounds caused by Jupiter's gravity, stretching and squeezing the moon every second. That force, called tidal heating, generates warmth inside Europa, and that's what keeps an entire ocean liquid beneath its frozen crust. Yes, beneath the ice lies an ocean, perhaps twice the size of all Earth's oceans combined. And there, in the dark depths, may dwell the greatest mystery of the solar system: life beyond Earth.
Number 2. The sky of Europa. Now, close your eyes and imagine. You are standing on Europa. The horizon is flat, silent, made of pure ice. The sky is not blue. It's black, dotted with stars, and ruled by an impossible spectacle: Jupiter, immense, covering nearly half the heavens. It neither rises nor sets. It's always there, like a vigilant god. Its clouds swirl, its storms roar, and its great red spot, a hurricane that has raged for centuries, can be seen even from here, nearly 670 million kilometers from the sun. Jupiter's reflected light paints the ice in golden and bluish tones. And sometimes, when auroras dance over the poles, the entire sky glows in greens and violets, a silent electric ballet in the vacuum. It's a place of beauty, but also of loneliness, a scene that makes the human heart beat between fear and wonder.
Number 3. The surface, the ground that hides a sea. Walking on Europa would feel like walking on a shattered mirror. The ice varies in thickness, in some areas just a few kilometers, in others up to 30. Beneath it lies a dark, salty ocean, warmed by internal forces. There, hydrothermal vents may spew heat and minerals, just like those at the bottom of Earth's oceans, where life itself began. If we sent a probe to drill through the ice and dive into that ocean, we might find living organisms, creatures that have never seen sunlight, breathing the heat of the planet's heart, swimming in eternal silence. And if one day we lived there, we'd build our cities above that hidden sea, inside pressurized domes, surrounded by a white, silent world.
Number 4. What it would be like to live on Europa. Living on Europa would require courage, technology, and poetry. Human colonies would likely be built underground, shielded from the cold and Jupiter's deadly radiation. The radiation on Europa's surface is so strong that a human would die within minutes without protection. That's why our homes would lie beneath the ice, which itself would serve as a natural shield. Luminous cities could stretch under the frozen layers, powered by geothermal energy, heat drawn from the moon's core. Outside, explorers would wear suits resistant to extreme cold, around 160 degrees Celsius. There's no wind and almost no sound. Each step would leave a mark in the fine frost, and the echo of movement would vanish into silence. Imagine living like that. No blue sky, no wind. Only the awareness that you stand in a new world, the first human walking under Jupiter's shadow.
Number 5. Hidden oceans and the dream of life. Europa's greatest hope lies in what it hides. Scientists believe its subsurface ocean has all the ingredients for life: water, heat, and chemistry. Missions like NASA's Europa Clipper were designed to explore this, to listen to the moon's frozen heart and find out if something lives within. And what if it does? What if, through a robotic dive, we find a form of alien life? Even if it's just a microbe, that would change everything. It would mean that life is not the exception, it's the rule of the universe, that the cosmos is full of tiny sparks trying to shine in frozen, barren, or distant worlds. And in that moment, every human on Europa would understand that we are not alone.
But living on Europa wouldn't be only poetry. It would be a battle. Gravity is weak, just 13% of Earth's. Muscles would weaken, bones would lose density. Jupiter's radiation would force humans to remain under thick layers of ice. Communication with Earth would take between 35 and 52 minutes for each response. In other words, if you said hi to someone back home, you'd get their hi back almost an hour later. It would be a place where time feels slower, where isolation becomes a state of soul. But it would also be a place of contemplation, where humanity looks at the universe and realizes how small and yet how grand it truly is.
Number 7. Daily life. Inside Europa's bases, life would have its own rhythm. Artificial windows would project views of the underwater ocean. Children born there might never see the sun, but they'd grow up gazing at holograms of Jupiter, learning that the golden giant above them is their sky. Humans would create rituals. Perhaps Jupiter's auroras would mark sacred moments, reminders that beauty still exists even in the ice. Colonies would bear poetic names: Aurora, Abyss, Hope. Over time, Europa would forge its own culture. The people there wouldn't call themselves Earthlings, they'd be Europeans, children of ice and dreams.
Number 8. Science and spirit. Europa would be a paradise for scientists. Every drop of water, every grain of ice would be a new page in the story of life. But beyond science, Europa would be a spiritual mirror. There, humanity would face absolute silence, endless cold, and the vast distance from Earth, and discover within itself a strength it never knew it had. On Europa, you would learn what cosmic solitude truly means, but also what it means to belong to the universe. To look at Jupiter and feel that, even far from home, you are still part of something infinitely greater.
Number 9. Facts about Europa. Europa's ice literally glows at night. Particles from Jupiter's radiation make the surface emit a faint blue light. The subsurface ocean may be 100 kilometers deep, deeper than any sea on Earth. Europa is so cold that carbon dioxide can freeze on its surface as carbon snow. The heat keeping the ocean liquid comes from Jupiter's tidal pressure, which warms Europa's core, the same force that prevents it from freezing solid. Future missions plan to drill through the ice and send robotic submarines to explore the hidden sea below. Living on Europa would be an act of faith. Faith in science, in human courage, and in the mystery of the universe itself. There, every step on the ice would remind us that we are defying the impossible. Every glint of light reflected on the frozen surface would be a promise that beauty still exists even in absolute cold. And when we looked up at the sky and saw Jupiter hanging above, we'd finally understand. We are travelers of the infinite, children of stardust who learned to dream. And you, traveler? Can you imagine what it would be like to live on Europa, beneath the ice, with an unknown ocean below? Or would you choose another destination? Comment below which moon or planet you want to see in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Truth Explosion, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new journeys through the cosmos. Because space is infinite. But the true infinity lies inside those who dare to imagine. See you on the next journey, dreamer of the stars.